Hello, beautiful, brave soul. I'm Mickey, and welcome back to Softening into Momentum. Our final episode together of this sacred journey, the mini-series of how to befriend our inner minds. 6 weeks ago, we asked a radical question. What if nothing inside you is broken? Today, we discover how to live like it's true. We've traveled so far together, haven't we? From meeting the voice that learned to protect you, to offering it metta, to listening beneath its noise, to witnessing its transformation into your wisest guardian. And now we arrive at the most important question of all. How do I walk forward with compassion as my compass? Because this is where the rubber meets the road, beautiful soul. This is where practice becomes life, where the transformation we've cultivated in meditation practices and quiet moments gets to live and breathe in traffic jams and in difficult conversations and Monday mornings when everything feels hard. In Buddhism, we speak of the middle way, the path between the extremes. Not the harsh asceticism that punishes the body, not the indulgence that ignores our wisdom, but the balanced approach that honors both our humanity and our potential for awakening. When it comes to our inner relationship, the middle way means that we don't dominate our thoughts and we don't collapse into them. We don't become dictators of our inner world, and we don't become doormats to every passing emotion. We find that sweet spot of engaged compassion, present with what arises, responsive to what's needed, but not reactive to every fluctuation in our mood. This is how we live with a kind mind. Not by pretending difficult thoughts don't arise, they do, but by relating to them with the wisdom we've cultivated. Not by forcing positivity, but by offering presence. Let me tell you what living with my transformed inner voice looks like now. This morning, I woke up feeling overwhelmed about everything I needed to do. The old inner critic would have immediately started the familiar soundtrack of, "You're behind, you're disorganized, you're never going to catch up, everyone else has their life together except for you." But now, my inner guardian spoke differently. "You're feeling overwhelmed, sweet one. That's information. It's not an indictment. What do you actually need to do today? And what can wait? Let's prioritize from care, not from panic." Do you feel the difference? Both voices notice the same stimulus, feeling overwhelmed, but one creates more suffering and the other one offers genuine guidance. One attacks my worth and one addresses my needs. This is the middle way in action. I'm not pretending I don't feel overwhelmed, and I'm not attacking myself for feeling that way. I'm simply responding with kindness to what is actually happening. Here's a bit of a truth bomb for you, beautiful soul. There is no graduation from this work. There's no moment when you suddenly have a perfectly kind mind that never struggles. The practice is the path. The returning to compassion is the destination. In Buddhist teaching, we have this understanding that enlightenment isn't a place that you arrive at once and then stay forever. It's a moment-by-moment choice to meet what's here with wisdom and compassion. It's an ongoing relationship with reality that requires constant tending to, like a garden. Your inner voice is exactly the same. Some days it will speak with the wisdom of your guardian. Some days it will slip back into old critical patterns. Some days you'll remember to pause and respond with love, and other days you'll react from those old wounds. All of it is the path. All of it is practice. All of it is perfectly, beautifully human. Let me share something vulnerable with you. Last month, I had a difficult conversation with someone that I love. Afterward, my inner voice went into old patterns, like you said too much, you're too intense, you probably ruined everything, they probably think that you're selfish now. For a moment, I was devastated. I thought I'd lost all of my progress. I thought my inner critic had taken over again and all of this work was pointless. But then I remembered. Setbacks aren't failures. They're information. They're opportunities to practice what we've learned, not evidence that we haven't learned anything. So I took a breath. I placed a hand on my heart, and I spoke to my inner voice with the compassion I'd been cultivating. I hear that you're worried about that conversation. I'm worried too. But attacking me isn't going to help us figure out how to repair anything that needs repairing. Let's think together about what we want to do next. And then something so beautiful happened. Instead of spiraling into shame and self-attack, I was able to text the person and simply ask, "Can we check in? I'm feeling uncertain about how our conversation might have landed." And we did. And it was fine. Better than fine. It was honest and full of connection. This is what it means to respond to setbacks without self-violence. This is momentum, rooted in care, not pressure. Living with a kind mind isn't just about the big moments of transformation. It's built in the small, daily rituals of self-relationship. The micro practices that keep us tethered to our values, even when life gets chaotic. For me, this looks like checking in with my inner voice every morning while I'm still in bed. Just a simple, how are we feeling today? What do we need? How can I take care of us? It looks like pausing before I check social media to ask, am I going here from curiosity or from a place of comparison? How do I want to engage with this? It looks like celebrating small wins instead of immediately moving to the next thing. When I finish a coaching session or complete a podcast episode, I take a moment to appreciate it. We did that. We showed up. We offered something valuable to the world. These aren't grand gestures. They're tiny seeds of self-compassion planted throughout the day. And over time, they grow into a completely different way of being with yourself. One of the most profound shifts that happens when we befriend our inner voice is how we make decisions. Instead of deciding from fear or shoulds or external pressure, we learn to decide from this place of compassionate wisdom. Before, When I had to make decisions about my business, my inner critic would create chaos. She would say, "You should be doing more. Everyone else is ahead of you. You're not charging enough. You're charging too much. You don't know what you're doing." Now, my inner guardian helps me get quiet and asks me different questions, like, what feels aligned with your values? What would you do if you trusted yourself completely? What decision would you make from love instead of fear? This is self-trust. This is carrying metta, loving kindness into the practical moments of your life. This is how compassion becomes not just a meditation practice, but a way of navigating the world. And now, beautiful soul, let's close our journey with a practice that takes everything we've cultivated and expands it outward. From your inner guardian to your inner child to your daily life to the world itself. This is how compassion becomes momentum. This is how healing ourselves becomes healing the world. So find your way into a comfortable position, either seated or lying down. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Place both hands on your heart if that feels supportive. And let's take 3 deep breaths. Inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Again, inhaling and releasing. Once more, inhaling and exhale. Let it all out. First, connect with your inner guardian. Feel its presence within you. Notice the quality of its love, protective, but not controlling, wise, but not judgmental, caring, but not anxious. Breathe with this presence. Now offer metta to your guardian. May you continue to guide me with wisdom. May you protect me with kindness. May you always remember that love is stronger than fear. Next, bring your inner child to mind. That young part of you that first needed protection, that learned to be afraid, that your guardian has been trying to shield all of these years. See this child clearly, what they're wearing, what their hair looks like, their expression. And now offer them metta. May you feel safe and loved. May you know that you are worthy exactly as you are. May you play and create and express yourself freely. May you trust that you are held. Now, imagine yourself moving through your day, waking up, eating breakfast, interacting with people, working, resting, with both your guardian and your inner child within you. See yourself navigating challenges with wisdom, responding to the stress with self-compassion, making decisions from a place of love. Offer metta to yourself in all of these daily moments. May I meet each moment with presence. May I respond to difficulties with grace. May I remember that I am doing the best I can with what I have right now. Now, let's expand outward. Think of someone you love. See their face clearly. Recognize that they too have an inner critic that learned to protect them. They too have wounds and fears and dreams of being loved unconditionally. Offer them metta. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering. May you find peace with your own mind. May you know that you are enough, just as you are. And now, expand that metta to include the entire world, all the beings who are suffering, all who are struggling with the voices in their heads, all who are learning what it means to be human and awake at the same time. Let your heart be big enough to hold it all. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings live with ease. May all beings know that they are loved. Gently bringing your attention back to yourself, to your heart. Feel how the love you've offered outward has strengthened the love that you can offer inward. Take one more deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, becoming aware of the space around you. How are you feeling, dear one? That practice we just did, that's how we change the world. One inner voice at a time. One moment of self-compassion at a time. Because here's the piece of inner wisdom I want to leave you with. When you heal your relationship with your own mind, you give everyone around you permission to do the same. When you speak to yourself with kindness, you create a field of compassion that others can feel and learn from. When you transform your inner critic into your inner guardian, you become living proof that that transformation is possible. So, how do you live this? How do you carry what we've discovered together into your actual life? Remember that this isn't about perfection. It's about practice. It's about returning again and again to the intention to treat yourself with the same kindness that you'd offer a beloved friend. When your inner voice gets harsh, remember that it's just a frightened protector who forgot how to be gentle. Offer it metta. Listen for the need beneath the noise. Invite it to transform its protection into a partnership. When you make mistakes, remember that setbacks aren't failures. They're opportunities to practice what you've learned. When you're making decisions, remember that you can trust yourself. Check in with your inner guardian. Choose from love instead of fear. And when the world feels heavy, remember, your compassion for yourself is not separate from your compassion for others. Every moment of kindness you offer inward ripples outward in ways you may never see, but that matter so much more than you know. My dear, beautiful soul, as you walk forward from here, remember our guiding question. How do I walk forward with compassion as my compass? The answer is simple. One step at a time. One breath at a time. One choice to be kind to yourself at a time. You are not broken, and you never were. You are a human being learning how to be fully human. You are a soul remembering how to love yourself home. You are part of the healing that this world desperately needs. And that's everything. The Softening into Momentum podcast is lovingly curated, created, written, edited, and produced by me, Mickey Byrne, with accompanying sound bath frequencies by my good friend, Static. If you would like to dive further into his incredible musical work, please go to YouTube at Static is Noise. My new book, Permission to Be, a memoir about sobriety, self-trust, and learning how to come home to yourself, is out now, in print, ebook, and the intimate audiobook with a bonus guided meditation at the end, available exclusively on my Patreon. All links in the show notes. Thank you for softening into this journey with me. Thank you for being brave enough to befriend your own mind. Thank you for choosing healing over harm, love over fear. Sweet listeners, the Softening into Momentum podcast is taking a short hiatus to rest and recharge, but we'll be back in March with Season 3. I'd love to hear from you about what themes you'd like us to explore next, whether it's diving deeper into Buddhist philosophy, more recovery wisdom, or other aspects of mindful transformation. Please reach out through the links in the show notes and let me know what your heart is calling to learn next. Until we meet again, Namaste.